right? Fastest 15 minutes in social media, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes. And my name is Judson Powell. All right. I just want to talk a little bit about the TikTok, tickety tock, right? And I've been doing a little research myself, because that's kind of something that's fun for me. I like research. I like history, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so make a long story short, um, this whole TikTok banning thing is part of a little game of cat and mouse between the United States of America and, of course, uh, China. All right. So let's go a little bit deeper into the rabbit hole as we would look. And part of this is because of the whole thing. This thing has been going on since Trump was president, and it's been like going back and forth, back and forth. Okay, because when let me tell you this, when Obama was president and when Bush was president, this kind of stuff didn't go down because they acted presidential, right? And so, but now we're into this thing where you just make up stuff as you go along. You just say, whatever you want to say, however you want to say it. And a lot of these people are really coming off like really, really dumb. But I mean, that's good. I'm not saying that it's bad that they're coming off dumb, but they're coming off like really, really dumb, right? Because why would you, just like the guy that stands up in the well, I think it was Arkansas, or one of them southern states, and the guy stands up talking about he wants to add hanging hanging by the neck to the ways that you could be killed by the state and all this kind of stuff, and all of these little so-called mistakes are not really mistakes. These are things that they want us to see, and they want us to digest. The problem that they have with TikTok is the fact that TikTok allows people to really say and be, and we get people on there, for the most part, and sometimes they'll violate the little codes and all that, but that's only because they use words that you're not supposed to use. Just like, even we know that on pretty much every app, there you can figure out the algorithm. It's like, okay, well, as long as I don't say Farfignugan within the first 2 minutes, then they're not going to f with me. The whole, I could then after that I could just say I could just go off and just say whatever I want, right? And that's basically a lot of the algorithms are like that. But then some of them, if you're they'll go through, and then if you get flagged, then they just got people sitting around at offices like reading your stuff and making sure that it's okay. Because I've experienced it. I know that to be true. Because when the pan thing was out, right? Okay, and we're looking at the all of these statistics and everything coming in, but I'm looking at the countries that didn't have anything, and then when you went and you looked at their media and your stuff, and you actually did some real research besides Google, besides, you see, and that's why he told me, it's like you have to be able to read through the lines in Google, because Google is gonna give you the facts that they want to give you and the facts that they want you to have. Believe me, not only is everything at your fingertips, but everything has been modified at your fingertips, and everything that you get at your fingertips may not be the truth. So sometimes, and most times, that's why I tell people, I was like, look, and people, I know people online get mad at me, but if you come at me from a standpoint where you haven't studied anything at all, then I'm kind of like disinterested right there, right off the bat. If you're just going to come at me and attack me. And the other thing is, most of the time when you get attacked online, it's because it's a troll. You'll notice, and this is the thing, I think that this is another thing about these social media sites, everybody should have to have If you don't have a profile picture or something, and if you haven't made any posts, if you don't make, regular posts, da 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 da, then your account should be halted or cut out. And just like I post all the time, on some of these things, and I get so much spam, and I report the spam, but they don't do nothing about the spam, and most of it is adult content type spam, and I don't look at it, I don't like it, I don't even and then I'm looking, it's like every day, all of these people they'll get on, and they got ways. I don't know, they hack into your accounts, or they what do you call it, clone your account, and this, that, and the other thing. And then they got people out there sending mail and sending all kinds of stuff to, it's just crazy. But, that's the kind of stuff that they need to be worried about, in my opinion, because the stuff that goes on TikTok is very lame. And like I said, a lot of it just goes back to the war of words between China and the United States. And I don't know the guy. I don't know the I don't even know what they call him. They call him the emperor, the premier of China, whatever. But with all due respect, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything like that to them. But what I'm saying is like, okay, so I guess it started with him saying to, I think, I'm not 100% sure, so I really don't want to mess this up, but I really think that um, it was like it might have been in Trump, but I don't want to accuse Trump of anything either. But it was one of these things where he was like, look, if you guys would have never gone to war ever in your history, you would undoubtedly be the richest country and the most dominant country on the face of the earth, no question about it. But you kept going to war, and you kept wasting a lot of money on war, because that's the only thing they know how to do, is run wartime economies. So anytime people say, "Oh, I'm a conservative," or this, that, and the other thing, either they're a white nationalist, they're a racist, or some type of thing like that. But that's usually what's going down, because they're looking at everybody and saying, "Oh, well, we hate everybody, but we love ourselves, so rah 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 for us," right? And all TikTok has done is given everybody else a voice, because that's what I used to say all the time. It's like, just like, Rush Limbaugh, and I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but how many years did this man come on the radio and talk bad and talk down to marginalized groups of people? And then Trump gave him the presidential medal of whatever it is before he died. Why? This, and you can imagine, if he would have still been alive, what kind of power and catalyst he would have been to drive the whole Trumpian situation. So we get that whole thing about war and all that, and then the next thing, they come back, and then Trump starts hitting them with all these little things, like the Chinese flu. Talk about COVID, the Chinese flu, or it's one guy on a plane from China, and we already got it under control. And every time there's a comment, there's always like a negative comment about China. And let us not forget that all of the mega hats and Trump's merch, all his merchandise and everything like that, what is it? It's made in China. His tie collection, his suit collection, all of that stuff, all of his clothes, I'm not trying to, have a Donald Trump commercial. Certainly not. But all of his stuff is made in China. So, so I don't know, it's a little bit hypocritical to me. I don't know if it's hypocritical to you, but to me, it's hypocritical, because here you are, you're sitting up here constantly talking about this country, but yet still you're the one who is doing the most. Well, I can't say the most trade. I don't know the trade numbers and stuff like that, but we do know that most of his stuff is made in China, including the mega hats. I hope by now that he switched to an American, to an American supplier or whatever, or even or a supplier that's more of an ally to the United States of America. Okay. And so that's what I get. And I don't see TikTok being any more, of a threat than any other social media platform. And for the reasons why I was just saying, it's like they scrutinize every word that you say, everything that you say, everything that you do, and if they don't like what you say, then it violates, the content guidelines or whatever, and they never show that to you. They do show it to you, don't get me wrong, and I'm a lawyer, so I understand. So they put it in there, you check the box, and you have, and it's a what we call an adhesion contract, because if you don't check the box, they're not going to let you on. Meaning that you have no choice. You have no power to negotiate what terms you want to have or anything like that. All you can do is check the box and say, okay, right? But then you got, I don't know how trolls, all these trolls and bots and all this kind of stuff, I don't know how this stuff works because I'm not a computer guy, but when I get on there, the next thing I know, you got, you say something, oh, you're a racist or you're mean and you're da 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 da. I'm just making stuff up, but you understand what I'm saying. Then you get all these negative comments and everything into your inbox, or whatever, and you don't understand why most of these people, they have, and like I said before, they have no profile picture. They have no profile information. They have never posted anything, and they've been a member less than a month or a couple of months. And it's always, and so every election cycle that comes up, because I got so many trolls for me telling people to go out and vote and talking about voting, and but I get all the trolls, oh, you guys, nobody ever died or fought for your right to vote. Bull crap. Okay, so I don't believe that, because I know different. I know 100% different. Okay, so I'm not gonna fall for that. Then you come back, oh well, we should withhold our votes until because we always vote Democratic, so we should withhold our votes for, and then yeah, that's right. Then because there's no solution in that. Apathy is not I say, look, I have been saying this for like 20 years. Apathy is not a solution. Apathy simply is not a solution. If you don't, they don't care if you don't vote. That's what they want. But they got tons of people out here pushing that rhetoric and pushing that agenda. And then when people come along and they push the other agenda to go and register and vote, if you're not some, government sponsored organization or whatever, where they can control who's getting this information, who is being disseminated to, and if they don't know, or if they don't like it, and if they don't have the power to cut it off, then they don't like that, because it takes them out of control of the situation. And that's what they don't like about TikTok, because with TikTok, they have no control over the situation, and that is very important to the powers that be. They want to have control. Not only do they want power, but they want control. And so that's why the Zuckerbergs and all of them, and that's why Congress is getting involved, because we got a lot more important shit to take care of and to fix What about this? This like we say, you can give the billionaires that exist on the planet could fix world hunger. I'm sorry, and homelessness overnight. I'm gonna say it again. The billionaires on the globe right, right now, could solve hunger and homelessness right now, today. Fastest 15 minutes is up. Think about it. I love y'all.